Okay,
All
hey, this is
right.
like amazing. Welcome, anybody who's coming into the room now. We are getting ready to go live with our show. We even have a
Good
locals
evening.
person in there already. Isn't that awesome?
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Very nice.
I don't know how that worked. We're just getting hooked back up with locals, so welcome, whoever you are. Maybe could be it's just us somehow or whatever. Yeah, we got another one.
I have the generic Rumble open, but I do not have locals.
Yeah, you'd have to have a membership and log in. Welcome, people. Come on in. We are getting ready to start the show. This is just our pre-show. Our pre-show is basically just where we get everything tuned in, make sure everything's working just right before we get into the actual real show. You got yourself a drink there, Steven? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do our...
Cheers.
Yeah, we'll do that for real on the show. We'll do it to sip to Scott.
Yeah.
Get ready to be persuaded, folks. We're about ready to start the show. Any moment. We're just letting a few people into the room. Turn this banner off. We need that. All right, and we're going to go ahead and get a clock going and get our show started. You ready, Steven?
I'm ready, Kevin. Let's do it.
All right. Clock's running. Government IT workers by day, persuasion enthusiasts, and verbal cage fighters the rest of the time.
If you'd like to level up your persuasion game to godlike levels, grab your favorite stimulant and prepare yourself for the persuasion hit of the day. It's the Persuasion Club podcast, and it
starts now. Hola and welcome. 20
Hello.
Episode 20 Persuasion Club. Thank you, folks,
20?
for being here. 20. It's crazy,
Whoa.
Isn't it? I can't believe
that
it
is cool.
myself. Yep. This is where we kind of hoped we would be. Working technology. Everything seems to be kind of in our favor tonight so far. We actually started the show on time. So I will take it. Yep.
Yeah. Everything worked first try. That's impressive.
Yes, absolutely. So only thing that I was hoping for was a little bit more volume when it came to the intro there, but we deal with that stuff in the post anyway, right? So
yeah,
it's the way of it. What's new and exciting for you this weekend, Stephen?
Hey, the newest, excitingest thing is that every event before the baby shows up is done.
No way.
Everything's done. Now it is just quiet time and there's nothing planned. We don't have any visitors planned. No birthdays. Nothing.
You guys could just kind of relax and wait for the baby anytime now, right?
Exactly. And that's kind of crazy. So it feels like the calm before the storm. all, whatever you want to, whatever phrase works there, but we are truly in that moment. So it's kind of crazy to realize.
Excellent. I did my part by giving Stephen and his wife some delicious cinnamon rolls from the Crustwell Bakery. I figured that would kid that kid out, but not yet.
Well, they're like, well, if you're going to give this to me in here, then I'll chill in here.
Right
bring on more.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, hey, why don't we go ahead and get right into the show without any further ado? So,
that's good. And by the way, good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
I'm excited for tonight's show.
Yeah. Did we get some volume? Did you hear any of that stuff coming through? That music?
I'm hearing the music right now.
All right, good. I wasn't
It's
sure.
a little quiet, but
yeah.
But I like it.
There are ways of controlling such things that my computer just did not want me to do at this exact. Oh, hey, there it is. Sometimes the control shows up and sometimes it doesn't. So, but I've got it working now, so things will be a little bit louder in the next bit here. So, hey, we have a little bit of business to take care of before we actually get going into the show here, okay? As usual, we kind of want to remind people about certain things. And so one of those things is we want to, and I have to switch over here to the presentation mode so people can see the cool things. Please check us out on any of those platforms that you see up there.
Check us out.
Yeah. Like, subscribe twice if you can. I don't know if it'll let you do that, but helps us out and gets other people checking out our content, and that keeps us wanting to make more. We don't really make any good money at this or any money. Yeah, it's just kind of a passion of ours to do this now. So. Okay.
It's technically costing money. So
yeah, right. Yeah, we lose a little bit of money, and it's not a problem. We're not asking people to, we're not begging for any. And another thing, since we're going to be talking about Scott Adams tonight, we just wanted to also maybe do a quick sip to Scott. Here we'll do the through the screen smack. I've got my Scott Adams. I got a cold drink going today. I don't know what everybody else's favorite stimulant is. I actually like these CBD drinks. They're kind of pretty good stuff. Kind of mellow me out a little bit, maybe. I don't know if there is such a thing. So,
I drink the iced caffeine drinks. They're like there's no sugar, and there's like they use natural sources for like colors and stuff.
Oh,
so it if I'm going to drink something with caffeine in it, it at least feels clean.
Excellent, clean caffeine, man.
Clean caffeine, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, another order of business here that we got to take care of is this one.
Oh.
So we kind of missed
oh my goodness,
this one last week.
Whoa.
So last week, unbeknownst to me, we sat here and we did an entire podcast, and I didn't even know it, but it was that guy's birthday. So happy birthday, Steve. I am so sorry that we didn't acknowledge that on the show, but now I got you, didn't I?
Yeah, you got me. And
gotcha.
I should have, honestly, looking back, I should have said something like casually. I just hate.
Oh, no, I'm the same way. I don't like going off and advertising, but I don't know. That is kind of persuasion, though, isn't it? Yeah.
We were hanging out, and I should have been clear with what day it was, because it really was my birthday. So
yeah, well, that's the commitment that's really awesome, Stephen, that you were actually here and doing that. I appreciate that. So you could have been doing anything else besides hanging out with me talking about this shit, but here you were. So.
No, I truly do enjoy these podcasts. I like the the topics that we go over, and I like the discussions. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to be here this week. And from now on, it should be pretty quiet until like Christmas. So
Right. We'll see.
yeah.
You're gonna have that kid, and you might think differently. We'll see.
True. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I did look past that.
Okay. Well, we also have a little bit of other business too. We're gonna go ahead and start doing this here. This is the Persuader of the Week.
Oh, Cooper. Aw.
King Cooper. Now, I'm going to have to admit, this is my cat. Because you know what? We don't have any submissions yet. We're just kind of too new to this game, and nobody knows. And so, we need to get some submissions for our Persuader thing. So,
you're right.
For that, I think that we need to tell people exactly how to do that. Well, turn off your camera just for a sec there, Steve, if you wouldn't mind, because this one helps.
We do that.
If we do that. And then I will go ahead and play this. Send us your cat. Persuasion.com. No, it's persuasionclub.com/per. God, did I get that wrong? Anyway, go to persuasion.club or persuasionclub.com. We can turn our cameras back on now. And submit your cat. We need your cat. We want your cat. So,
yes. Get my camera back on.
Steven's like, I'm trying to get back on, man. It's a pain in the ass to turn my camera off and on.
There we go. Yeah. Okay.
I won't make you do that again. Yeah, it's not as easy to do that. I don't. I think soon we will be using a new technology that will integrate with Rumble Studio and give us a little bit cleaner divide between us and the content that we're trying to show. So, all right. And then we're almost done with business, but we've got something new to share. So we're back on locals for one. So that's really awesome. And if you want, you can go and subscribe to us. I think we're $3 a month and you'll get all the exclusive content there. And we're going to make sure that you get all kinds of cool stuff that you won't get on any of the other platforms. I think also that you should be able to use on locals, but for sure on Rumble, we have a new, what they call a emote icon. It's the Scott thumbs up. It's the Scott thumbs up. So if you're on Rumble and you're watching, go to the chat, and it looks kind of like.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So in the chat, it would look like that. And you can do, check it out. Someone's already given us some Scott thumbs up right there. I think that's
me.
Oh,
I was just putting that in there. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on. Well, see, so that everybody, people can't see the chat, I think, unless I actually do something in Rumble Studio that would show it. I wonder if I can.
Yeah, you can type in Rumble Studio. It doesn't look like there's an emote button.
Yeah, but I think that there is a way in Rumble during a show where you can display the live chat, and I was just wondering if I knew how to do that or not.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think I do, so I won't even try it.
If you click on the chat over there, like it highlights it, and if it does that show it on screen. I don't know if it does that.
No, it's not doing that for me. So I don't know. There is a way to do it, and I'll just have to do that sometime and get that into the show for the future. Cool. But yeah, let me go ahead and shut that thing off here. And so we'll go ahead and get into our real topic here now that we've got business taken care of here. So of course, Win Bigly. And let's put that over here. This is what we're reading. Folks, go out and get your copy if you haven't already. And we did part 1 of part 2 last week. We got through quite a bit of content here. And I'm going to do a quick little reminder for folks. I'm going to switch here to a better view of us, so you don't have to see the tiny S in the corner. So there are within this book a number of different what Scott refers to as persuasion tips. And in this chapter, so I'm going to give you a couple of them that we've already run across in the book, just because it's cool to actually hear them. But I don't want to give them all to you because we don't want to give away the whole book, right? So one of the first ones. Oh, did you go away, Steve?
My camera just went dark.
Wow, I'm by myself. Well, I'll keep going while you get things put back together there. Refresh if you have to.
I'm still here as a shoulder angel right
Just
now.
shoulder angel. Okay, so the first one is that people will usually act like the group that they identify with. So there's a lot of power persuasion-wise in group identity. And that's what will also help bias people's opinions towards group consensus. So keep that in mind. That's persuasion tip number 1. I'm going to skip down to one of the next ones we learned, but like I say, I'm not going to give them all to you. Number 4, the things you think about the most will irrationally rise in importance in your mind. that one, I don't know if people realize just how powerful that one is. The things that you think about the most will rise to the top of your mind. So you're already kind of thinking about them a lot. But if you just keep thinking about those things a lot, they tend to rise and become like the dominant thing in your mind. So it's important to think about that for yourself, but also important to think about for others, because right, knowing what people are thinking about can help you a lot when you're trying to craft your persuasion. Any comments on that one? Ain't got no sound, buddy. I think you're on mute.
Am I there?
Now I can hear you.
I had to refresh, so it totally reset my.
I was just saying, that to me. Yeah.
That makes sense. It almost sounds like too simple, but it makes sense.
I would actually say that a lot of the tips, as I've run across them, when you really kind of think about them, they're like, duh. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of like having all of it at the same time. Like if you just isolate one thing, it's like, sure, yeah, I could do that. But it's more of like, I'm glad you're going over the tips, because I had like number 9 and number 10. So there's quite a few, but keeping all of them in mind at the same time and being able to, execute persuasion at that level is different than just like, oh yeah, sure, keep things at the top of your mind or whatever.
The things that are at the top
of more.
Yeah, for sure. So you say you have a couple of those persuasion tips. Sounds like. So
in part 2, yeah, I had taken notes on number 9 and number 10.
Yeah, and that's actually perfect for the part 2 of part 2 thing. So let me give folks one more, and then if you want, we can hit one of those or two of yours. Yeah. So so I'll skip to number 5 here. Oh no, wait, that's not the one I want to do. Number 6. Find the sweet spot between apologizing too much, which signals weakness, and never apologizing at all, which looks sociopathic. So, you ever meet somebody who is overly apologetic?
Yes, on everything.
Yeah.
It's especially like when you tell people like, "Oh, my parents divorced when I was young." Almost every single person says, "I'm sorry."
Mhm.
Like,
It's kind of natural, I guess,
yeah,
in a way.
yeah. I think it's like, "I'm sorry to hear that." Like, "Oh, that's sad."
Mhm.
Or like, "Oh, that's unfortunate." Like,
Mhm. It is kind of
How
funny,
did
though.
you get through that? It's like, yeah,
If you want to immediately get people to feel sorry for you, I don't know if that's a persuasion technique or not, but that would be kind of a way to do it. It's like, oh, my
yeah,
mom died, or something like that.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Yeah, like you wait till they make a mother's joke to you, and you go, "That's not funny, guys. My mom is dead." Yeah, you could save that one for like a real heavy hitter. So, but uh, I feel like besides that, uh, people do tend to apologize a lot if they talk too long or if they use too many words. They'll apologize in the middle of their speech. Oh, sorry, I keep saying. It's like, no, just keep going.
Mhm.
Work on it later, but let's get through it today. But yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people are very overly apologetic for sure.
It's I have modes sometimes where like I catch myself being that way, but it's not like a
Yeah,
natural state. I don't know why. Sometimes it could just um, all of a sudden find myself doing that. Maybe it's based on something
yeah,
happening. I don't know, but it's something to kind of keep in mind. But overall, it's like I know that there are a few people that could use this advice that you don't want to apologize too much. It actually just
yeah,
it gets kind of old and
yeah.
almost I don't want to say disingenuous, but at the same time, it's like you don't have to do that. It's okay, and it shows a bit of a weakness, frankly. So.
One more point on that, not to
Mhm.
go too
Do it.
long
Let's
on one
beat that
thing,
horse. Beat it.
but I learned one time that if you say you rear end someone in a car or there's a car accident and it's questionable whose fault it is, if you're on record apologizing for
Ooh, good
hitting
one.
someone's car or being in a wreck, then you are
Mm,
taking fault. So if you go to court or anything, you've already been put on record saying sorry. So
mhm,
you took blame. So you just have to be really careful. Saying sorry is taking blame
mhm.
for something that you did or didn't.
Right.
Hopefully, you're not taking blame for something you didn't do. So that's why I do kind of use the term sorry very uh, selectively. I don't use it very quickly if I can, and there are
Mhm.
times where if I get nervous or I'm overthinking, I will apologize for, like, the way that I talk or for taking too much time. So, I do it too. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna add on to that even, because the advice is good that we're laying down here tonight, but I'll even go a step further. And even if you are in the wrong, don't take um, and don't admit fault yet, or
yeah.
apologize yet, um, because that could actually still bite you in the butt. I did this. We had a rental that we were living in, and there was an issue which I was pretty sure that we had caused. And it was quite a bit of water damage, and so I had basically written an email to the landlord and taken some responsibility. And later to find out that there was a strong possibility that it wasn't our fault, because there are other ways that the water damage could have occurred and may not necessarily have been from what I thought was our issues. So
Whoa.
you got to be really careful, because once you do that, it's like, well, it's in writing at that point that So that was a lesson I learned the hard way.
I it is a thing to learn the hard way, and when you do something bad, or if you do something that does impact people, it is good to be prepared to say sorry. It is also almost more important to be very well timed with your apology. Like, you can wait till after everything's been said and done to apologize. Like,
Mhm.
you can let people say what they want to say. And depending on the situation, the other person could apologize. And then you're like, whoa, I didn't see it that way. And then accept their apology and then move on, you know?
Right.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's okay to like let those things hang on out there and get it all figured out, because you may change your perspective halfway through an argument or a conversation, and they may too. So yeah.
Agreed. Good advice. Good advice. Excellent.
Yeah.
I love the bounce back and forth on that one because I think we both had some good takes on that. Um, all right.
Yeah.
Well, you said you mentioned you had a couple as well. Why don't you go ahead and take those?
Sure. I was happy you were going through them because I missed 1 through 8. I don't have any notes about the
We
persuasion
didn't
tips
cover we
1
didn't we
through
didn't
8.
cover them specifically, yeah. Which I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, it's too
Yeah.
bad we didn't do that from the beginning. But at the same time, it actually kind of works out because that way we're not giving away all the goods. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, I'm
Mhm.
just realizing I feel like my video is clipping a little bit. So I'm just turning some settings
Okay.
down. I have, okay, there we go. So number 9, display confidence, whether real or fake, to improve your persuasiveness. So that's what I had for number 9.
Man, I wish I had the video for that. But do you remember the movie quote that I used for that once? We were talking about this very subject.
I'm trying to think. We've been talking about a couple movie quotes, so but I can't think of it right now.
I'll lay it down, but next week I'll have to clip it and bring it and add it to the show or whatever. But it's from the movie American Beauty, and it's the guy who plays the real estate king, and his mantra or his way of living is basically that in order for one to be successful, one must appear and project success at all times. So I think that
That's a
goes
great, yeah.
exactly with what you just said about displaying confidence, real or fake.
Yeah. It's crazy how hard that is to do as well. Like, you
Yeah.
can go into a situation fully knowing that you're prepared and things are going to be okay. Everyone can tell you it's going to be okay, and you could still freak out. So it, it's it's tough to display confidence all the time, and I struggle with that, but I do actually try to practice that. Because I get nervous before I talk in front of people, but I like talking in front of people. So
Hmm.
uh, I have to usually subdue some nerves to present without, my hands shaking too much, or my voice cracking. Those kind of things are happen when you get
Yeah.
nervous. So
Yeah. Speaking of confidence, there is a fellow that, and I believe his first name is Jeff. I can't remember his last name. Wrote a book called Confidence Maxing, and he was on the Scott Adams School. I think last Monday, and then previously the week before that, he was on. And I think that might be a contender for a book that we might do here on the show at some point. It seems to fit. So
really,
I'll make sure to add that book to our website so that people can go and check it out for themselves. I also believe that I quote tweeted that book maybe at some point last week or the week before, so you can maybe find it there on X if you want. But
okay.
yeah, confidence, real or faked. You're right. It's I don't know that you can be a persuader without some level of confidence.
Yeah. I mean, whether it's real or fake.
Yeah. And
So,
that's why the cats are
uh,
so good at it, right? Because it's real. And
yeah.
the cats know how to persuade because they don't give it. shit.
Yeah. They know what they want and they get it in their mind. And it's like, I'm going to get that. And they don't stop.
Well, I would say that actually it goes right back to the other one. The things that you think about the most will irrationally rise in importance to in your mind. Cats are like, hey, I want food. I want food right now. Give me food.
And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I'm going to give you food right now.
Cats are like, I'm pretty confident that you're going to give us food. Oops.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. Okay, so you got another one? I think you said you had two.
Yeah. Yeah. Persuasion tip number 10 is persuasion is strongest when the messenger is credible. So talking about, whether it's you've written a book or you have a PhD, you've been published, or you're an actor with experience, or you have, receipts for donating to a certain cause. So therefore, you're a credible source on donating to this cause or what they do. It's like, or like Scott said in his book at some point, I think it might have been in the intro, like the foreword, where he was talking about like being in the same conversation with certain political people gave him a credibility in the political realm just because he was being talked about in the same sentence with credible people. So he got credibility by proxy or by being in the same conversation.
Yeah.
So
I find that interesting because, and we talked about this one last week, that he was able to even insert himself in that space somewhat just by making that ridiculous claim that Trump's chances of winning were going to be 98%. When the other guy had said 2%. So
yeah,
and that wound up getting. Just by that connection, people making and saying, okay, well, this guy said 2%, but that 98% is the exact opposite of that. And that was able to establish not necessarily credibility, but a link where people were talking about him, whether they agreed with that figure or not, So,
yeah.
So I agree. Persuasion seems more credible when it comes from, say, people of authority, right? So, authority. We've learned
which we talked about in Cialdini's book. So,
for sure, Cialdini, man, we just can't stop laughing at that. His name is, I think, Cialdini. Maybe is the proper way to say it, but. Oh, hell, what happened to my camera?
Oh, your camera fell back.
Oh, shit. It's like,
yeah, I even
I did it again.
Scott in the audiobook in Win Bigly, they say it really weird. It's like Cialdini or something like that.
Well, to us, you'll always be Cialdini. So
Cialdini, yeah. What a great guy. What a great book.
Yeah, for sure. I enjoyed that one.
A good memory. Yeah, that was great.
When we run out of persuasion books, we might actually have to wrap around and do that one again. Here's how we did it when we first started our show versus here's how we would do it now. I don't know.
Yeah, like once we've leveled up a few times.
Leveled up our persuasion game, so to speak.
If you want to level up your persuasion,
to godlike levels, and you know what? If
I was going to do the whole thing, but
sure, we could do it almost by memory now. But the funny thing is, though, we're doing the show and because we are literally studying this stuff and then sharing it every Sunday. It feels like we are leveling up a bit. I hope the audience is feeling the same because and hopefully people are getting some out of this. Well. Now those are the persuasion tips. Did you have any thing specifically about part two that you thought you might want to highlight tonight?
Part two. Did we talk last week about the new CEO move? Did we talk
No,
about
we
that?
didn't, but it's in my notes right here. As
Really?
I was listening to part two of part two today, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, where is it here? The new
New
CEO
CEO
move.
move. Oh,
Yeah,
yep. In brackets. Nice. Nice.
yeah. Let's talk about the new CEO move. What did you think
Yeah.
about that?
I think that it's true. The the approach is basically that, coming in as a new CEO of a company, you have to make these big sweeping decisions that basically reshape everything and let people know that you're the new boss. So
A new
which
sheriff in town.
which happens at companies. I've seen it happen at corporations. Uh, and clearly we've seen it happen with presidencies. Every
Hmm.
time someone new takes office, they try to make these huge, changes really quickly. Whether it's signing an order or creating a new committee of some sort, it's just like they all try to do something real big right away. It's like, I'm here, I'm gonna lead you. And to some people, depending on how the outcome is, it can be a really successful, good thing. You could be known as the CEO that comes in and makes everything successful and better, or or the opposite.
One that tanks everything up.
Yeah. So it's tough. I mean, it. I feel like that's a really hard position to be in. I don't know why people want to be there except for the pay. Like, CEOs get paid a lot of money, but
Yeah,
like
right.
you have to do things that like are soul crushing to other people. Like, we're going to cut we're going to lay off 30% of our workforce, and we're going to implement AI to replace another 20% of our workforce. It's like,
Yeah.
that, and then that guy goes home and gets paid $15 million. So it's like,
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
guess
And
I
sleeps
guess
really
we
well
all
doing
suffer.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sleeps really well in a really nice place with butlers or, cooks and like, yeah.
Limos and people
Yeah.
mowing the
Unlimited
lawn.
wealth. The
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must suck. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I to add to what you were saying about the new CEO move, one of the things that I gleaned from that was the mention of visible victories. So not just coming
Yeah.
in and laying down like new laws, but also or new rules or whatever, but like also being able to show like big wins and quick wins and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
those can set tones. For any company or even a presidency, as you mentioned. So,
Yeah.
um, and also that the new CEO move is generally used, hopefully, to generate optimism. So
Yeah.
that's the more that the people are optimistic, the more that people want to get involved and be a part of what's going on. The financial wheels they start moving, So those any CEO or essentially would be unwise not to take advantage of the new CEO move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a new CEO, it's like kind of part of the job to do something that you know
Yep.
is big.
Right. And lead essentially. That's really what they're doing. They're setting tone and setting leadership. So
Yeah.
all right. Anything else that you thought was interesting?
The next thing I had was that the best leaders understand psychology, and
Hmm?
I think that's kind of what we're doing right now with this. Is everything that we're talking about relates to psychology, like putting yourself in other people's shoes and seeing things from a different perspective, and also seeing them from a perspective of persuasion and understanding the psychology between getting your point or your outcome uh, through your actions. But you have to understand the psychology of the situation and of other people. And the best leaders really have a good grip on that. And I think that was a big point.
Yeah, it's very well stated too. I would agree with that. And that's something that has been kind of I think roughly associated with the also the need to maybe even understand a bit of hypnosis, because that's also and I think that was one of the things that I was going to throw in there for the very end of part one, or part two of part two. It was that there was about a 30-minute section on hypnosis.
Yeah, it was big. I have a
Yeah.
lot of notes on it. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about hypnosis. Maybe
Right.
we could almost do the whole show and not play the game, because we got so much here. We get really good material tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we get to 7 and we haven't played yet, we might just have to keep talking.
Ooh. We've never done that. No, maybe I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, so what kind of thoughts did you have? Anything before we get into the hypnosis? Did you was there anything else that you wanted to throw in there?
No, let's jump in. Let's do
Okay, cool.
hypnosis. Yeah.
All right. So where do you want to go with that?
Yeah. So, one of the first notes I had, so I'll just read it, and I'm sure something will come out of this
Yeah,
statement here.
do it.
So, the note I have is hypnosis is only good for getting you what you do want, and otherwise, it might be the wrong tool. So,
Mm.
uh, through a lot of this, he dispelled some of the myths or fallacies behind hypnotism, like how it's used in Hollywood. Oh, maybe I'm freezing. Sorry if my
You're
video's
good now, but
cracking.
you did freeze for a sec. Yeah.
He dispelled some of how hypnotism is used in Hollywood and how it might be fake in the way it's represented in
Mhm.
in shows or movies. But
Yes.
the way it really works is it's almost impossible to hypnotize someone if they know it's wrong or if they don't want to do it. So he dispels some of that. But so what do you think about that part? Which it might be a big part. So
Well, actually, that's I had a relative that was into hypnosis and would always try to hypnotize family members, and that's actually one of the first rules, is that you don't do it to your friends and your family, because more often than not, it won't work. It's
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. He
it,
he he did talk about that. Yeah.
right, yeah. So it's kind of funny that this relative would try that out, and most of us that he would try it on would just fake it, so that he thought that we were doing the things that he was telling us to do, but nah, you know. And that's actually yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's something that goes along with what you were talking about with credibility. I don't think that hypnosis
Yeah.
works unless a person feels that you're credible.
Yeah, and I thought the part where he was talking about that with you don't practice with your family because they know you and they don't think that you've all of a sudden gotten some new superpower where you can hypnotize people. Like they're not going to believe you.
Right.
So working with people that you don't have a history with, or a very light history where they don't really know you, but like they can believe that and have confidence in you, and you can also instill confidence in them that you're good at what you're saying you're good at.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, very good.
that just won't work with people that have a long history with you, because they just won't believe in anything you're doing. They'll just think you're goofy or something.
Right. Yeah. It's something. Part of what makes it work is the mystery, I think, in some regard. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
just very difficult to pull off as so yeah, it seemed like we both got kind of the same little bit out of that one.
for sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
It seemed like a big focus that uh the person being hypnotized, like, needs to understand the importance of what's happening, and they need to be willing to be basically hypnotized.
Mhm.
So
And they have to believe that you can do it. So yeah, I think that there was a percentage, and I want to say maybe about 20%, and I might be wrong on that. Maybe some, if there's any hypnotists that watch the show, could maybe chime in on that in a comment or something like that. But essentially, I think 20% of the people can be hypnotized. So it's not going to work on everybody.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So a little quick note, anybody who's interested in why Scott Adams would have any credibility within the subject of hypnosis is that he was a trained hypnotist, I should say. So it says here in his background that he took an informal 10-week class in San Francisco when he was in his early 20s, and that he repeatedly emphasizes his status as a trained hypnotist. And he did that on the show all the time. He mentioned that. And that he used it to boost his own credibility as a persuasion expert. So what do you think, Stephen? Should we become hypnotists?
I think there's value to understanding it.
Mhm.
Um yeah.
I had a 10-week course. Maybe we could at least learn something. I don't know. We'll have to talk about it sometime at work.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to talk
I
about it.
wonder if they
I
could get us to do that as a part of our PAF goals.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you look like you were going to say something else there, but was there anything?
No, just I I I I doubt at the moment. I feel like I have a lack of skill in that area that would makes me anxious. Like
Me too.
being being a hypnotist, uh I would have to face a lot of anxiety to get to the point where I have the confidence to do anything, that benefits
Yeah.
anybody. So
Hey, I have an idea. Let's go and do Jeff's book on confidence maxing. We'll boost our confidence, and then we'll come back, and then
yeah,
we'll
there you
we'll do
go.
the hypnotism, and we'll get doctor hypnosis on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. What else, hypnosis wise, did you want to throw in there?
Uh, let's hear from you.
Yeah, those are
Let's
for
hear what you had.
me. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
sure. I didn't have like a whole lot, but and confidence was definitely one of the things I had in my notes here. We also talked about the limitations of hypnosis. Basically, that it's not magic. It's not going to work for people who don't truly want to do anything. So like it's a lot of people think that people can go and get hypnotized and lose weight and stop smoking. Some can. It does work for some people, but it doesn't work for everybody. And one of the reasons why is that you have to actually really want to do it. And so, as Scott would say, if you haven't moved from that place of what you want to deciding, if you haven't moved from wanting to deciding, then you're not going to be successful with hypnosis in that regard. So let's see what else. And then that also would be hypnosis is going to be one of the things that reinforces the filter on how you see reality, because once you understand how hypnosis works and that you recognize that people basically do not see and act rationally, they actually will do things irrationally and then rationalize them later. Once you understand that, then your whole worldview changes. So, yeah, yeah, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. I think the most controversial thing in the entire book, potentially, we'll see, was his retelling of his story where he worked with a woman who
you tell
I don't
it.
know how much detail to go into without, I don't want to get like a blocked or copyright stricken or banned or something for saying something too explicit. But he this lady came to him, is what he was saying during his hypnosis training days, and said, hey, there's this story that persuasion could be used to bring a woman to orgasm multiple times without touch or physical touch. And they he basically
said, let's find out.
Called her bluff on it and said, let's try that. And he tried that with her, and he said it was very successful, although it took a long time. Like, I think he said it took like an hour plus to get to a point where she, I think, reached her peak. But and then he said, but it happened multiple times through the session,
through that session,
and they never touched or anything like that. So I thought that was like, okay, I thought that was a controversial take, because I feel like you have to understand how hypnosis works in order for that story just on its own will to anybody sound pretty crazy. Like, whoa,
yeah.
You could just do that. Like, that's to anyone. If it's like, no.
Well,
so yeah. What do you think?
As we learn, like, not for everyone. So everybody don't get excited, because as we mentioned, this doesn't work on people that you know. So in the example, Scott mentioned this, I think, was a classmate that was going through the course at the same time. So they really didn't know each other, and they decided to do some lab work.
So to speak.
Yeah. So anyway, don't rush out and learn hypnosis so that you can come back and do some crazy Jedi
you can't
mind trick.
You can't
with your
just
partner.
walk by someone and it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, but thank you for sharing that particular part of the book, Stephen. It definitely adds to the show.
I thought it was like a very controversial. I feel like if you didn't pay attention before any of that would kind of make people decide whether they're going to keep reading or not. That could be a real coin toss.
Man,
situation.
Sounds to me like a reason to pick up a copy of Win Bigly, folks. I have one last thing to add, unless you had anything else.
Go for it.
And this was actually my first note as I was re-listening to the chapter, that it says, "Don't trust any frame on reality that isn't able to predict." What does that mean?
Okay. What does that mean?
Yeah. So I remember he was talking about early childhood frames, like Santa Claus. So that was a filter, the Santa Claus filter, and the Santa Claus filter actually was able to predict with some measure of success, like that you would get presents at Christmas time and those kinds of things. So you went frozen there for a second. Certain filters are used and can be used to predict certain things, but they're not always very, very accurate. So he talked about like the marijuana filter. He talked about I can't remember. We went through a bunch of the filters last week, but essentially the one filter that actually he felt was the first one that was able to predict, I think, was the persuasion filter, specifically. It might have been the cognitive dissonance one, but there's like I say, all those different filters, but I don't think that was actually one that was predictive. So persuasion for sure, because that's how he was able to see and predict Trump's win. So yeah. Anyway, so something to think about, a little food for thought. Any kind of filters on reality that you're using should be maybe predictive in nature. You should be able to see things and kind of predict what might happen next or something, I guess. We'll see.
yeah, and like, are you would something like his like 98%, the 98% tweet was predictive, and because it came true, it also meant he was right. So that
one
was
way to look at it, yeah,
as persuasion to say, well, I was right and you were wrong, and you should listen to me. Although he also made that tweet in, pure contrast to the 2% one. So
yeah.
So I mean, but at the same time, he was a master of persuasion. So, would you refer to him as the master or a master?
He didn't ever refer to himself as a master, so but I gave him in my own mind professor status, because if he's at least a professor of persuasion. But yeah, he thinks that folks like Trump and Steve Jobs were probably more like the master class persuasion. So
yeah.
Well, I have like a few other notes, but I think this is good enough for this segment of the show. What do you think? Do we have a few minutes to play a game?
I think we could do a quick game.
All right, let's go ahead and fire up the Gaminator.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. Good evening. Let's go ahead and start off our evening. We're going to go through 5 questions. We're going to earn a huge dollar per question that we get right. And
filthy rich.
The last couple of weeks we worked together. Do you think we should continue that?
I like that. I think we should just, man, we're going to team up on this again. So,
all right. Okay, well, first question. Which is the best Adams-style critique of the better argument should win? We have argument quality is impossible to compare. Arguments only work in writing. People usually decide by emotion, identity, and perception before argument quality is scored. And the better argument always wins eventually.
Well, it's kind of tough out the gate almost. Those aren't like easy answers there.
Yeah.
Should we do the process of elimination technique that's been working for us so well?
Yeah, I think we should go through each of them.
Okay. Well, let's see. So the question, which is the best Adams-style critique of the better argument should win? Okay, so we've heard Scott say that it's not about facts. It's not about
Yeah.
arguments. So his critique would be that arguments don't win or facts don't matter, right? So
So
which one of those answers sounds more like that?
that would be
Doesn't
number
doesn't
C,
sound
I
like
would think.
C. Okay, people usually decide by emotion, identity, and perception before, that's looking pretty good to me.
Because it talks about not really thinking about the argument until after the other things.
Yeah.
Is that yeah? You
Yeah,
want
let's
should
go
we
ahead and
lock
do
that
that
in?
one.
All right.
Lock it in.
Let's see.
All
Ding ding
right.
ding ding ding. Oh yeah. First question. First question down.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. That
We
sounds
win
good.
$1. $1, we're rich.
$1. Question number 2. Why can a debunking sometimes strengthen the thing being debunked?
Hmm.
Is it because it repeats the frame and may signal that the claim is important? It turns all listeners into experts. It removes the original claim from memory, or it makes the debunker invisible.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I could see which answers are not the right answers on this one, so it makes that one a little bit easier. Um, at least two of the wrong answers for sure. I don't think B or C.
Okay. So it
Yeah.
might be A or D.
Mhm. What do you think?
I feel like A makes sense because it repeats what you're trying the uh you're repeating something that you're trying to debunk, but it kind of backfires and it actually makes it seem more important than it should
Mhm.
be, and people view it differently than you, and it backfires.
Yeah, I'm
So
liking that
that's gonna
answer probably the most myself. So
okay,
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
okay. Let's see what happens. Ding 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 ding.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's look at the ladder. Okay, we've reached the second. Well, we've answered two.
Yeah.
On to three.
Yeah.
What does Adam's persuasion frame suggest about emotional certainty? It is always evidence of deception. It only appears in unintelligent people. It is not the same thing as factual certainty. And it is eliminated by reading more news. Emotional certainty. Uh,
So what does Adam's persuasion frame suggest? Yeah, about emotional uncertainty. I don't think it's B.
I don't think it's B.
No,
Uh,
and I don't think
I
it's
don't,
D.
and I don't think it's A. So that only leaves C.
Yeah.
Do you think it's C?
And that is, it is not the same thing as factual certainty. Yeah, yeah, that's well, let's take a chance. I think that's probably I'm 90% on that one.
Because in my head, I'm thinking, well, yeah, you- yeah, okay. Let's lock it in and see what happens. I think
Yeah.
it's
We could only lose like a few bucks, right? All right.
woohoo. All
We got
right.
it. So for the folks listening on the show, it was answer C. So
That was answer
uh,
C.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oops, I went away from the tab. Which answer best describes the persuasive use of contrast? A, replacing emotion with a neutral chart. B, making one option feel safe or sane by placing it beside something worse. C, making both sides sound identical. Or D, hiding all comparisons so the audience cannot choose.
All right. Well, I think I know the answer, but I don't want to ruin it in case you wanted to.
Well, I feel like uh, in my head, the making it feel safe or sane by placing it beside something worse in my head
Mhm.
uh, is what I think of contrast. So
Yeah, it's very, very much lines right up with that question. I think we found our answer. There's a
you like that one? Okay.
yeah.
We didn't even have to ask the audience.
Nope.
Woohoo!
All right. Oops.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at question 5 already. That's awesome. We're
This
gonna
is
make
the
it to
lot. Yeah,
$5. But
we're
let's
zooming through this
yeah, let's commit to using the audience feature though, no matter what. So
for sure. For
we can
sure.
make that go. All right.
All right, audience, get ready. Read this with us. In an Adams style analysis, why are simple explanations often politically dominant? And now, answers. A, they contain fewer nouns. B, they are always more accurate. C, they prevent identity bias. Or D, they are easier to remember, repeat, and emotionally process. Now,
Okay.
let's try ask the audience. I'm going to put on a 90-second poll, and I'm
Fire up
going
the
to
Eliminator.
arm that so people can see. Everybody, if you can, go to the website vote.persuasion.club and let us know your answer. It's right there on the screen. You can see that there. And then I'm going to start the vote now.
Cool.
So there's 90 seconds. People can go to vote.persuasion.club
And I don't have any
throw your vote
specific
out there.
music, but I'll put a little music on here.
Yeah. This is nice.
Yeah, we got one vote.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I am not voting.
Yeah, me either.
I did not do that.
Yeah. Maybe we should commit to going with the audience vote no matter what, too.
Okay. That sounds good. Yo, it's in your hands,
See
everybody.
whether we win or lose.
Yeah. Vote.persuasion.club. Oh,
All right.
okay. Looks like the consensus is D, and we have to go with D no matter what. Okay, so let's
Don't click it yet because I want to see what that is. So D is they are easier to remember, repeat, and emotionally process. Is that what you would have picked, Steven?
Yes, D is what I would have picked before we went into that vote as well.
All right. So I think we're lining it up with our audience here. So that's pretty cool. All right.
Is that what you would have picked? Or
yes,
were you
for
thinking
sure.
something else? Okay.
No, that's yeah.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Oh,
Yay! We are $5 richer, man. $5.
Look at
You're
that.
like high five through the camera. Yeah, right.
Nice.
Hell to the yes.
Hell yeah, brother.
And thank you to the audience member who joined us. I'd like to know who you are. Maybe
Yeah, that's
in
really
the
nice.
chat or do something here. But yeah, more people will learn about our cool game and our cool podcast, and before you know it, we'll have more interaction than you can shake a stick at. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could do any number of things now. The last thing on our list actually is a tech talk, but we don't have to do that. We could call it good and end the show. Thoughts on that?
I feel like we could do a tech talk. I just instead of an after show or something like that, or we could do an after show instead of a tech talk.
Yeah, I'm thinking after show instead of tech talk because we could. I think there's some cool stuff I might be able to show off for folks that might be interested. So yeah, why don't we do that? Then I will go and. Well, thank you everybody for first of all hanging out with us for this last hour or so. We thought that was a pretty good show. Hope you did too. We will be here next week with episode 21.
It's crazy.
And that's if Steven doesn't go off and have himself a kid.
A baby. Yeah.
Got one due anytime now. So
it could happen anytime. Yeah.
All right. Well, join us next week, Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Until then, have a fantastic week, and you can join us for the after show if you want.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
All right. Good show. Welcome.
Yes. Everybody. Good show.
Come hang out. Yeah. Get a little music going here.
It's the after show.
Well, welcome everybody to the after show. Eventually, this will be just a locals thing. We'll turn off everything else, but tonight we're going to let you hang in here with us on Rumble and all the other platforms. We never got a YouTube person. I'm wondering if there was some problem on that platform.
Oh, really? Let me check. I'll see what I see on YouTube. Oh, we're live?
Yeah.
That's great.
Cool. All right.
I am multitasking, thinking about ordering some Domino's.
Oh man, we got pizza last night. It's like, yeah, we needed because my wife's like,
where did you go?
Figaro's. I don't know. Do you have Figaro's?
I've heard of that. Yeah.
I think they're on.
I believe I've been there.
Yeah, on par with maybe like a Papa Murphy's or something, but they cook the pizza. I don't know. It was still, in my mind, a little bit expensive for kind of.
Oh, really?
You know, for that kind of pizza. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Once you've had, is it Michelangelo's? It's nothing is the same.
Yeah, Michelangelo's is so good.
Yeah, that place is great.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Those in Oregon. So Steven's talking about a place in Salem, Michelangelo's. So if you are from that area, then you can check them out. And
It's worth checking out.
Yeah, and for equivalent pizza in the Eugene area, you'd be checking out Roaring Rapids Pizza.
Okay.
Yeah. But the nice thing about the Michelangelo's is like half the price. It's so I sometimes will get a pizza there and then come home to Eugene. So.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to see some quick stuff before we have to go for the night?
Yeah, for sure.
I think I can take over presentation mode and just trying to figure out the best way to do this. Entire screen. And okay, which screen is this? I guess it would be this one. Yeah, okay. So this is my main screen now. Let just anybody see my main screen.
This is your whole desktop.
Yeah. Get a little music here. Okay. So you know how I'm working on that video. And for those that don't know, I'm working on this summer's hit video.
Yes.
And it involves a princess, a Disney princess. And so I've been generating all of the frames that go with that. So let's see if I can bring one up here. Okay. So you see that?
Yes. Shitty Hall.
Okay. Shitty Hall. So for folks that want to know, the song is kind of a parody, but not exactly, because it's a completely new song, new lyrics practically. But that music, I actually don't like that version. It's hang on a second, I got to turn this off. I do not like you song.
Oh,
I like the song, I just don't like that version of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So folks here, I was explaining to Stephen that this is basically a Disney princess video that I'm creating. It contains a reframe that maybe Scott Adams would have enjoyed. When sometimes you're dealing with things in life, sometimes you just have to let that shit go. So this video actually features a true story about a girl, a young girl who works in City Hall in a city nearby. And people don't treat her very well there. And so there she is inside working at her desk. And so see how she looks in this this shot here. See how as I start to progress these shots, you're going to notice something. So far, so good. And then we get into right about here. And let's see, right? Notice the change. Character style. All of a sudden she changed. She actually even changes a bit between. So the art style is just not the same. So anyway, and then there it's very, you could tell for sure that it's changed at that point and it's taken on a new style. Somehow I just wasn't catching that as I was making them. And so I got through
it's
like
subtle.
I got through all the frames and then like, oh crap, I'm going to have to go back and redo them. So the way that I want to go back and redo them is just to feed them back into Chat GPT again and ask it to adjust the style. Well, Chat
Yeah.
GPT, because I told it that it was a Disney princess video to begin with, when it generated the images to begin with, it generated them to look like Disney princesses. Well, now it's coming back at me and saying that the stuff that I'm trying to change is third-party content because it's so close to looking like a Disney.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
it's not letting me make the changes. And it's like,
Oh,
you piece of shit.
but it made it for you. Like,
It made it for me. Yes, that is my dilemma that I've been working through as of yesterday when I discovered this, and I was like, oh, fuck. And it will not do it. But you know what?
Weird.
You know what will do it?
Grok?
Grok. I fed him into Grok. So now I've given it a single style. Let's see if this will work. You know, these look different, but they're actually a little brighter. I kind of like that. But now the styles are more aligned so far. I've only gotten so far through it, but they feel more aligned. Like the whole image, the whole picture feels more like it's using the same art style. So,
Yeah. More consistent.
Yeah. I've only gotten that far with that one. So I have to generate. So this is number 18, and I have 64 to generate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it takes, and surprisingly, where some of these would take 3 minutes to generate with Chat GPT when I was making them. And then like if I was regenerating, you know, it could take a minute, 2 minutes or whatever like that. Grok can do it in seconds. It's just like boom, boom, boom.
Really?
And then from there, I can show people this. And this is about the last of it, so I won't keep us too long tonight. Let's go to Grok. Imagine. And you can use Grok Imagine to take these things. I've already done some, so I don't have to take the time to do them now. But I just like see what it's doing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, when we're done with this video, will be a complete Disney princess video of a particular scene. And what I'm hoping is that someone will like it so much that they'll pay us, Stephen, you and I, tons of money to create the whole movie. Wouldn't that be sweet?
This is, yeah. I mean, that would be sweet. I was not anticipating to be involved in that transaction, to be honest.
Well, you know, I just like to share the fun. So, you know, you can keep doing your project management if you want, or you can.
No.
We're going to shizny video, man.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so
it seems like it's coming along really well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for sharing.
Well,
yeah, that's like a deep project.
Can be our tech talk. Yeah. And then, well, that's what I do, like, because sometimes when I'm waiting for things to generate, like some of the graphics that I'm making for like our show, then I'll go over on another computer and I'll work on this. And then when it's done, you know, and then I just go back and forth between computers and just keep making shit.
Yeah, you shared your that picture of your command center. It's looking really cool.
Oh,
so that's a nice looking command center.
Thanks, yeah. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. But all right. I don't know what else to talk
Okay.
about. We don't have anybody else hanging with us. No, we do. We actually have 5 people hanging out with us. Hope
Nice.
everybody's having a
Very
great week so far.
Yeah.
Well, great week being like it's going to start now. We actually have to go
Yeah.
back to work on Monday.
I know it's not that far away, but I do
Yeah.
have pizza that's being cooked by Domino's, so that's something to look
Did you
forward
get that going? You got that like
Oh,
while we were
yeah.
talking here, you got that going?
Oh, yeah. Right before you got the video stuff up,
Oh,
I
sweet.
had submitted my order.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you got pizza coming, then we best probably end the show soon. Then wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. I probably in the next 10 minutes or so. Yeah. Whenever. No crazy rush, but yeah, I feel like this week I'm just like I'm tired. Uh my boss is back this week after being off all last week, so I'm sure there'll be plenty to catch up on, and it's a Monday, so
Yeah.
I need to make enough coffee so I'm awake enough to get going. So, but yeah,
For,
I, I'm tired, so it'll be a longer week, but I'll just keep up on the caffeine, and I should be pretty good.
yeah. I'm so glad the Monday is a work from home day usually because I don't think that I could go into the office after working, do the podcast. I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to go to sleep the
Yeah.
night of the podcast because I'm still kind of pumped afterwards, And I usually like to listen to it and
Yeah.
see. It's like, oh, how did we do?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
We didn't
Yeah, it's
suck so
always
bad this time.
Hey, those days I think are behind us. I feel like the last few
Feel like
weeks have been really good. They've gone super well. So
Part of it, I think it was stumbling on the correct sound settings because audio was like the one thing that kept us, I think, on a lot of things. Also knowing what our limitations were. So like you controlling the game works really well for me because if I were to try to do that on any of my computers right now, it would be too much of a suck that you would notice a slowdown. So
yeah, that makes sense. And you could tell during the game show that my computer was kind of like hiccuping a couple times.
Maybe that's why your video. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Hello.
There's a dragon. Yeah, there's a dragon over there.
Something happened there. I don't know what happened. No. My drinks have gotten warm. Damn it.
Over the show, yeah, it just gets slowly. The drink gets warmer and warmer. Yeah.
For those that might be joining late, if you're in Rumble and can actually go into the chat, at least say hi and check out our new Scott emote icon.
Yeah.
I want to see someone else use it.
Yeah.
If people don't know what we're talking about, let me. This is going to play our music again because I set it up to do that. Okay, this here, the Scott emote icon. You guys got to check that out.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I for some reason it doesn't work on my end, but
Yeah, you have to go to like the actual outside of studio to use it.
oh, okay.
So like normal Rumble or Locals video.
That's what it looks like, folks. You can go check it out. Anyway, I think we're the first podcast ever to have a Scott Adams emote icon. So there's always that.
Not even his own podcast. Did they never had emotes?
Well, I don't
Probably
think
not.
so. I might be wrong about that, but I don't know. But you know what? And I hope it's not too late to do this for the people that are here. But there are a couple of things that I totally forgot to do during our show that I wanted to do. Um, so we're gonna have to make sure we do that. But there's a few people still watching. One is I wanted to give people a chance to check out where to get some Scott Adams merchandise because it's not always real evident and clear how to find that. So I'll put this link on our website so people can see. But there's like if you did a search for it on the internet, or even if you went and looked for it on X, you would probably have a hard time finding it. But I dug it up. And then the other thing is I wanted to tell people to be sure to check out the Scott Adams School because those are the cool people. Those are the cool people there. That's Erica, Owen, and Marcella. And they have cool guests all the time. And I love checking out. So Jeff, the fellow that I was telling you about, I wish I remembered his last name on the Confidence Maxing book. He was on the Scott Adams School a couple of times. Once last week, once the week before. They've had another guy, the brick suit guy. If you haven't heard of him, he was one of the guys that was. He's Canadian. And was involved during the big truckers thing that happened during COVID, where the truckers were basically grounded and couldn't move through, or I can't remember the exact circumstance, but that guy, BJ, I want to say Dictor, is that how you say it? BJ? If I got that wrong, please let me know. I need to pay more attention. But anyway, he's awesome. I love BJ. Gadsad, if you've never heard of that guy, another real interesting author that was featured on the show. Just tons of really cool people. I don't know if they've had Greg Gutfeld on yet, but they had Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew is pretty cool. I enjoyed that show. So anyway, check out the Scott Adams School. They've got a lot of the cool news and guest kind of stuff. That Scott used to do on his show. So
very cool.
Yeah. That's all I got for tonight. We'll call it good. Playoff.
Hey, sounds good. 7:30. It's been a good night.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Good show, good conversation. So thank you very much.
Yeah, hey, it was good to see you again. And I hope to actually see you this week at work as well. Yeah. I know you got that kid coming soon, and then we'll have like several months where we're just going to see each other online only. So
yeah, well, yeah. I should be around, and hopefully Tuesday, I'll catch up with you in person. So.
Sounds great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play the song that goes along with those images that I was showing. I know we did that a few weeks ago, but so many haven't heard it yet. It's the new summer hit, everybody. You heard it here first.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
The outlook chimes at 5 tonight. Still half my work to go. Another day of fake great jobs and meetings moving slow. The printer jammed like 7 times. The Wi-Fi died at 3. And somehow every problem here still gets blamed on me. Good nerve just hit the wall. They said just smile, yeah, not at all. I bit my tongue, I pay the toll. Now watch me take back full control. Let that shit go, let that shit go. Can't carry this crap anymore. Let that shit go, let that shit go. Turn around and slam that door. I don't care what they're gonna say. Let the drama rage on. Their nonsense never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some people think they're living in my brain. Like rent is due, but guess what, boo? You're getting evicted today. It's time to see what I can do to test my limits and break through. No more, please, and may I now. I know my worth. I take the bow. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. Watch me rise and steal the show. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. I'm done caring, don't you know? Here I stand and here I'll stay. Let the chaos roll on. I just reframed my pain away. My patience spirals through the air like glitter in a fight. My give a damn clocked out at noon and never even said goodbye. No guilt, no shame, no strings on me. This is my new philosophy. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. This is me in overdrive. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. Watch me finally feel alive. I don't care what they used to say. Let the bridges burn bright. I'm dancing in the ashes. Anyway, let that shit go. The past is gone, it's out the door. Not dragging chains anymore. Turns out freedom feels this way.